In this video, I'll be showing you one example whereby user can upload a document and agent processes that document and provides an output in some specific format. Now, example can be an XLSX, PDF, DocX, or maybe a text or a JSON. Now, this all things will be able to perform in Copilot Studio application. Now, this step is pretty much simple. User uploading a document. So there are multiple ways through which user can upload a document into the prompt. Now, this entire process can be an agentic process, or this can be a manual chat-based approach. Now, just to give an example, if I go into Copilot Studio, I'm in one of the agent. I'll go click on add a topic and from blank. Now here I can specify the triggering point for the topic for the user to upload a file. I can ask a question, and from here I can identify. So in identify, I can just search for file and file attached by user or generated. So I can just say please upload a file. So this is how we can ask user to upload a file. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire process, but I'm just giving you some overview. Now, what happens once you upload a file? The system will process the file, and then it will call a prompt and basically gives you the output. Now, that's what I'm going to demonstrate. Now, for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make use of tools. So if I go to tools, I'll just leave this. And here, I'll click on new tool. Now, in new tool, we have something called as prompt. So prompt basically allows you to apply the AI to text, documents, or images to analyze, summarize, or transform them. So if I click on prompt, I'll be able to create a prompt. Now, this prompt I'm creating at outside of a Copilot Studio level. So it's not specific to specific agent. I'm just creating it outside, and then I can make this prompt available to multiple agents. So I'll say I want to read, I'll say Excel doc. Okay, so this is my prompt. So you need to name it properly. I've just kept it read Excel doc. I have an option to specify what I want with the help of Copilot. So I can use Copilot to generate a prompt for me. Okay, but I will not use that. I can start with a prompt template as well. Or if I click on three dots over here, I get to see the prompt library. So I can summarize the text, extract invoice details, document identity reader, so I can pick up anything. I'll just say click on any prompt and then it will give me that prompt. So let me remove this. Other options, I can go into settings. Now in the settings, as you see over here, you will see the temperature. You can configure the temperature. So lower temperature leads to predictable results, while higher temperature would allow more diverse or creative response. So you can tone that accordingly. Record retrieval, how many number of records retrieved by your knowledge sources, so you can configure it. So 1000 is the max. You can include links in the response, and this is the one which is interesting to me, is enable code interpreter. So when enable, your prompt will be able to do complex operation, generate content using code, and also write into the dataverse table. Now in your tenant, if it is not enabled, okay, this particular section, if it is kind of disabled, what you can do is you can navigate to Power Platform Admin Center. Navigate to Copilot, go to Copilot Studio, and here, if you navigate to settings, and here you will see code generation and execution in Copilot Studio. Select the right environment, click on add, and then you just turn this on. Now this is already turned on in Girish USA environment. If I go to some other environment, I have an option to turn this on. Now if it is already enabled, you will see a tech checkbox, but it's not enabled. So I'll click on, and then I'll be able to utilize the code generation feature. So let me, I can go ahead and turn this on, but I won't turn this on. Let me show you first the output. Now if you see the output format, I get to see text, I get to see JSON, I get to see document review, right? So these are the three different options. Earlier we used to see only text and JSON, but now we would like to we would be seeing document preview as an option as well. Now I have an option to select different models, so I can pick up various model over here. So I can pick up standard, GPT 4.1, standard, premium. I can pick up various models, right? Uh, in instructions, like I can add a content. So if I click on add a content and click on image or document, now I can upload an image or document. So it says sample data. So if I just hover my mouse over here, let me click again. I think that instruction is just going behind the screen. That's fine. So let me just zoom this a bit and see if I can get that instruction. No, I cannot. So that's fine. So in document input, I'll be able to upload an image or document. I'll go ahead and upload an image or a document over here. So I get to see, uh, I can upload various images or document file. Now, if I go ahead and click on settings, enable this, close this, and now here I can go ahead and upload multiple other things as well. So I'll click on add content, image or document, and if I upload an image or document, I can upload various other files as well. Now, um, what I'm gonna do is first look into the Excel file. Now I've got a sample Excel file. So this is a file I downloaded from internet. It has got a segment, it has got a country, it has got a product, discount band, units sold, manufacturing price, gross sales, discount sales, cost of goods sold, profit, date, uh, in different format, month number, month name, and year. Now, if I want to process this file, so take for example, this is a file user has. So say maybe your sales rep. So sales rep has got this file, put and give an input to the Copilot Studio agent, and then agent will process it and give you the information. So that's the whole objective, right? So remember the diagram, like the user uploads a document, goes to the agent, and then agent outputs the file in either of this format. Now for that, we need to write a prompt and give this as an input as well. So how to write a prompt? So first, let's go ahead and make use of the prompt. So first we will say refer to this document. So refer to this document. Now this document is, I'm going to upload a document. So I'll click on add content, image or document, upload an image, and it should be somewhere here, sample database and financial sample. Yeah. This says file is already in use. So let me close this file and I'll open this file. Now the file has been uploaded. So I'll say refer to this document and extract. So let me show you that file as well. So let's do one thing. So there are a couple of things over here. So there is a manufacturing price, there's gross sales, there's cost of goods sold, there's a sale price, there's a gross sales, there's a unit sold. So what we are going to do, we're going to write a prompt in such a way that it gives us the output. So and it extracts the max units sold. It was country wise, so country wise, and output in a PDF document. So I'm expecting a PDF document from you. So you refer to this Excel doc and extract the max units sold country wise and output in a PDF doc. Now I want you to generate a bar chart for units sold country wise and generate a pie chart showing top 10 products sold country wise in an Excel document. So I want you to create this chart and put it in an Excel document. Give me the Excel document. So I've got PDF document, I've got Excel document. Now I'll say create Word document summarizing the product category. So let me show you this product, summarizing the product, units sold, or maybe I will just say profit. So create a Word document summarizing the profit country wise. So this is my prompt. So I'm referring to this document. This is a sample document. Now I can rename this document as well. I'll say this is a financial sample. So refer to this document and extract the max units sold country-wise and output in a PDF format, generate a bar chart, and generate a pie chart showing top 10 products sold country-wise in an Excel doc. Create Word document summarizing the profit country-wise. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the output not as text, not as JSON, but a document or image. Now I'll click on create. Now you have an option to pick up GPT 4.1 mini, GPT 4.1 standard, or any other Azure AI Foundry model. So let's test it with GPT 4.1 mini. It might take some time because you're effectively generating three documents. Now this three document, first it has to create this document, and then it needs to process the document, process the source document, extract the content, create the content in the new document, and then present the result to an end user. If you want to have a faster model, you can go ahead and pick up any other model. So instead of GPT 4.1 mini, you can use other model. So you can use GPT 5.0, or maybe you can uh, utilize the model from different provider just by going to Azure AI Foundry and then create that deployment, and then that available model will be presented in the prompt screen. Now this is taking quite a while, but as you see over here, it says this no file has been generated, and it says error reading financial document, financial sample file not found. Now, if that is the case, what you can do, go ahead and uh, delete this document. Click on upload an image document. Click on financial sample. Click on open. Now, if the file is already open, close this. Select open and close. Now here in GPT 4.1 mini, let's try out something else. Now let's go into standard GPT-5 chat and click on. So you have it's for most tasks, including document and image. Uh, let's test this. Now, what we have seen with GPT-5 chat, it is able to produce the document. Now, I purposefully showed you the previous model selection, and now, as you know, this is all in a preview stage. You may encounter an error. Now, we have taken a new model, and it has given me the correct result, and pretty much quickly. Three outputs: max units, country charts.xlsx, profit summary.docx. Now you can even rename the file. Okay, you can also specify this is what the file name I want, but in my case I have just kept it default. Now let's see the output: max units, country. So what we said is refer to this document and extract the max units sold country wise. Click on download. Let me open the PDF file, and this is what the output is. So it has given the maximum unit is sold in Canada, France, and then Germany, and then Mexico, and United States. So United States has got the maximum units sold. Now this is per country wise, so it hasn't sorted the table, but then you can specify a prompt specifying that, oh, I want it to be sorted by descending order. So this is how it has generated the PDF document. Country charts.xlsx. If I click on country charts.xlsx, it has generated an Excel document, and that Excel document has now the embedded uh, graph. So that's called a pie chart, and top 10 products sold Germany, France, Mexico, US, and also it has given me the summary as well in the Excel document. And the third one is a docx file, and that docx file it has named as profit summary. So if I just bring this document over here, it says profit summary by country. So Canada total profit is this, France, Germany, Mexico, and US. So it has generated the profit summary for me. So that's it, folks. This is how you can basically write a prompt to uh, take an input as a source input from the end user and then generate multiple output. Now this was not possible earlier, but now with the help of prompt and with the help of latest model, we are able to output the document or images format and then it will give you that output. So now I've used three different type of files: PDF, XLSX, and docx. Now how do we utilize this within a prompt? You just first need to click on save. So you have created this prompt externally to an agent, right? So that's under tool. So you're saving this particular prompt named as read excel doc. Once it is saved, once this prompt is saved, it will ask you to add it to an agent. So you can create one prompt and then add it to an agent. So I'll say this will read the excel doc from user, and you can attach it to an agent. So I can attach it to a stakeholder agent or any other agent which I have. So I'll attach it to say agent USA and I'll click on add. So this is how you can utilize this prompt, and then with the help of that prompt you will be able to provide an output to an end user. So use cases can be multiple things. So sales representative providing a set of document to the agent, and agent processing it, and it will give you a summarized information. Take for example, if you want to build a proposal, you can specify all the invitation to bid, you can specify all the supporting document, and then the agent will process it and it will give you a final output document in the form of a proposal. So there are multiple use cases for it. Why don't you try and let me know the output in the comments below. Thanks for watching.